Welcome back, folks. Maincast Winter Brawl Day 1. We are here for the second game of Group B. CyberDogs versus the OG Seed. That is right. We have got a TI winning coach involved?
Yeah, we do.
Probably.
And we have the TI winners Seed playing with us.
They're
their
heirs.
seed.
Yeah, they've passed on their abilities.
Their offspring. They've spread their seed, and out of those seeds,
Came a
Petsu,
tree.
Madara, Chessie, Zfreak, and Xibe, they grew.
Yes, and it was a beautiful small plant that grew into a giant tree and then decided to seek vengeance on the inhabitants of the Dota hero world for eating all those trees because Tree and Protect has been, I think, 100% pick rate today.
Wait, you know how you have those rebellious sons. No matter how the father is, son tries to be the opposite. So OG, they're trying to play this fun way, they're trying to have fun every time they're playing. Is OGC doing the exactly opposite thing, picking Treant and Viper? I'm disgusted.
They're super sweaty, is what you're saying.
So cheesy, so sweaty. I'm just...
Hey, there's money on the line, okay? People came here to win their games, and Team Green is a go. Ironically enough, not on the green side of the map.
Yeah, there's a lot of money on the line, and I can't blame them. Viper is very strong at the moment, Treant Protector as well. CyberDogs, they open up with something a bit different, TA and Clock. And by the way, CyberDogs, I recognize Hayes from pubs, and Pubber, I've seen him a few times, but that's it. So I didn't even recognize them from pubs. That's crazy. No, usually, like, whenever I see tier 2 or tier 3 teams, at least I recognize players from pubbing.
Well, that's the thing as well, because I checked out, they actually have a Dota 2 Wikipedia page, and I'm not gonna lie with you, I didn't notice any of them. Apparently they've had someone in this roster since 2018. It was the join day.
Well, that's interesting.
I think it was Wes G they were maybe involved in at one point. That's about it.
It could be one of those stacks, right? The WSG stacks. But in any case, they opened up all right when it comes to their draft. We've seen one Clock do very well today. Templar Assassin as well. Two heroes that are currently pretty strong. And then they rounded up with Disruptor. It gives you some catch for that pesky puck. Gives you that AoE silence as well. I still think OG Seed's opening is much better. Like, you have the Viper versus TA on the lane, you have Puck and Tree later on, a lot of control, and two heroes that are very, very difficult to deal with at the moment. Just flavors of the meta, all three of these heroes. Top picks.
Most definitely.
CyberDogs, I believe, instead of this Disruptor, they could have picked a Rubik, something that can insta-catch Puck with the lift, and also you would have Nether Toxin to steal, or Overgrowth from Treant. I think Rubik should have been a top-tier pick for them.
Yeah, it feels like they kind of lost focus on their own draft and decided, oh, wait, we picked Clockwork, we need to make sure we take Disruptor so it doesn't count.
Yeah. I think Drow is really good as long as they can protect her well in the laning stage, right? I believe Drow is good. Disruptor plus Drow, they can find themselves in a lot of problems, though, versus Beastmaster +1. You can be very aggressive versus these two heroes. Remember...
I was going to say, it felt like a little bit of a block pick as well, because I was looking going, well, OT Seed so far just picking the most popular heroes, and Drow Ranger was still in. So it almost feels like CyberDogs is just block picking a little bit.
I mean, I think Drow is good for them because of the TA, right? But at the same time, Drow would be really good for OG Seed. You have Viper, you have Puck. It would be good for both of these teams. CyberDogs got the Drow first, and they ban out the PL. One of the common counters to the Drow Ranger. Let's see what OG Seed will go for. There is a Disruptor versus you, so you don't really want that Slark, but it wouldn't be too bad. Or you just go for some Madara hero. Some classic anti-mage or something like that.
AM could get killed pretty easily by this team, though, right? Feels pretty greedy.
Yeah, you have TA, you have Disruptor versus... It's not easy. Then again, you have... Like, these four heroes now on OGC, they just do so much work on their own. You have a mid laner that's not greedy at all. Completely same thing can be said for your offlaner Beast, position 4 puck, yeah, like we can discuss if it's greedy or not, but I believe he's all right now, and he's ready to fight early on. You know, sometimes there are teams that pick always the same way. Their midder is their playmaker. Their safe laner is the core that's supposed to go super hard carry. But there are so many options that you can do. You can pick two greedy cores and then mix it up with three other heroes that are really active early on, or pick two greedy supports with three non-greedy cores. And right now, OGC, they've set themselves up perfectly for a super greedy pick for Madara. You can the options are endless pretty much.
In fairness, CyberDogs do have heroes that can be active pretty fast as well, like TA farms quickly, Clockwork, able to rotate out the lane as soon as he has 6 to look for kills if need be. And they go for the PA. Okay.
We don't see her too often, right?
No, and I haven't seen it with the Treant on the lane, but in theory, there's a lot of kill potential.
Yeah, you have the slow, you have the blink, you have Treant there bodyguarding you. Clockwork isn't really the best versus you because of that same thing, right? You can always get away from him.
Yeah, but it's going to be a hard kill to run down because of the cogs, right? Every time Treant tries to make a move, you can just preemptively cogs and back off. So, what is the gotcha pick for CyberDogs?
Definitely an interesting pick. They started off with these two green heroes, super boring, Viper and Treant, but they... All right.
Alright, more anti-treatum going on in the games.
Isn't Nether Toxin a problem for you?
Yeah, I'm also looking going, if I want to see a Timber pick, there should be multiple strength heroes that are worthwhile. There is 2.
There is 2 and there is 3 to cut early on.
Yeah, it just feels like he's over-fixated on the Treant Protector with that final pick.
Yeah.
Which we see teams do a lot at the moment, because, you know, Treant is a big worry.
This makes the clock position 4, right? So you're going to have position 4 clock and offlane Timber. We're going to have two Tinkers on the offlane, 2 gadget. What are they called in Underlords? Two
mech units. Mech Goblins.
Yeah, 2 mech Goblins on the offlane. Damn, is Underlord still alive? Does anyone play that still?
So I was checking in on this. The viewership, like on those type of games, is crap. Absolute crap now.
Yeah.
But there's still a good player base. But maybe the problem is that Dota introduced neutral items, which was basically us bringing Underlords into Dota. So now the Underlords players are trying Dota.
But what happened? Everyone loved those games. But I as well, like I played them quite a bit and then just lost complete interest.
I think like there's still like a high RNG element, and it's like it's so clearly in your face that I think it's hard to like. There is skill, don't get me wrong, but I think like from an average viewer perspective, it's harder to respect the skill involved in Underlords compared to Dota or CS:GO, right? Like a lot of it's more preemptive and kind of calculated, like behind the scenes. You're not able to actively witness it, if that makes sense. Whereas like amazing plays, you can kind of see coming in Dota, and you can kind of be excited as they build up. It's a bit of a weird one, I think. I think like I think OHS still has a lot of development to do. I don't think we've seen the last of it. It's just still not there yet. All right, just looking at the odds, by the way, CyberDogs do not have a chance. Okay, according to these odds, it's 5 odds to 1.15 odds in favor of OG Seed.
1.1?
Yeah, you can make 15 cents on a dollar.
Good stuff.
Nice.
Great.
Not sure if I take that bet. I mean, I believe in OG Seed. It's just the returns.
Just go for CyberDogs. All in on CyberDogs. You heard it here.
I mean, they do have mech level 1. You know, it's
all in. Exactly. They're gonna heal up or whatever they do, explode when they die. I don't remember.
No, you have to get that from the jungle, all right? But we don't have that added to our neutral list of items yet. And Pexu's up. He did get the ward down. They didn't spot that either.
Yeah, they are trying to rotate here S3 to try and take down these 2 bounties. But Puck is here as well. And Pexu.
Alright, they revealed their battery assault as well.
That's a lot of mana wasted by the Clockwork.
Yeah. And obviously Treant gets extra regen while sitting in the trees as well. So 1 tango will be enough.
Chessie is here hiding behind the trees too.
Here he comes. Timber, good luck. We know you took reactive armor, they say, and for that, you will die. As they get the first blood, Chessie picks it up.
Clock will be able to snatch one bounty rune away on top, and on the bottom lane, well, it's denied.
Yep.
Hayes doesn't manage to get it, so 2 bounty runes picked up by OG, 1 by CyberDogs, and also obviously a first blood for the Viper. And look at this, he's sitting on the high ground immediately. TA,
The power
I worry for TA.
I worry for anything that matches up against Viper at the moment. It's definitely become the true lane bully in the 1v1 again. Oh my god, he could just die. It's going to be close. Oh, Jesse didn't go for the final hit, so who will live? Barely,
Jesse used a lot of his mana, and when you think about it, they kind of evened out on all the resources that they have used, right?
Yeah.
On one side you have TA, which will have to use a salve or a lot of regen. On the other side, Chessie in same situation, but Chessie is completely dominating the lane.
Exactly. The first few creep waves really matter a lot. Usually by the second wave, you can tell who's winning the lane. And
I think we might see Delia just go to the jungle very early on. It's something that TA can do, can afford to do. You get level 2 or so, and you just instantly go to jungle. Doesn't really matter. You gain nothing from standing around mid lane and doing nothing.
I like the idea then just maybe trying to stick Clock there to sap, because I don't know how much you can do with a Timber against this lane combo that OG are running. In fairness, they are at least pressuring Jiba a little bit, but he's still getting some CS against these two down here. And Z-Freak is definitely making them use up their regen early in the top lane. All in all, though, Drow is top of the CS chart alongside Viper at the moment. So that is the thing that's going their way. And we've seen that that's usually the most critical part for Drow drafts. She has to have a good start.
Yeah, she has to have a good start and then move to the jungle, continue farming. But the problem is she will eventually have a TA stuck there as well.
There's only limited resources there, and at the same time, at that point, you can just pile in on the Timber pretty freely. And Z-Freak diving the tower. He's an opportunity to go for a kill. He's still only level 1 though, so he takes a lot of damage, but Delia cannot get the kill and instead will die.
Yeah, they got the kill. Viper was diving it with that salve, so very well used.
And, well, there won't be turnaround. Yep, gets invis in time, moves away from Clockwork. Stays invis as well because of the time he done that with. He's almost dead though, so he needs some extra regen.
At least the mid lane is pushing in, so TA might find some farm here. Same can be said for Timber on the top lane. The lane was pushing into him, so he found 7 CS. TA still not really doing great. 5 CS on this mid lane.
PA actually has a lot of denies in the top in the meantime as well, because they kept Timber deep under his tower for so long.
Bottom lane, can they take him down? Beastmaster?
Maybe, but that was a good chorus snipe from Z-Freak. That was Drow's big boost to stats.
Top lane, Timber.
Low enough. Should be able to bring him down, but Pion trying to move away. One more hit from the stumps of Pex, who will kill him.
He used the salve.
Yeah, he did as well. I thought I was treating for a sec. That was an odd timing to go for the salve.
He was trying. He was trying because he healed up with the sticks as well, I believe. So he was trying to mess with Timbersaw's last hit, but I don't think it's worth it. You die either way.
Yeah, or you have to run all the way back, and it's just...
Exactly.
This is...
So they left the clock mid, and now the TA is in the jungle. I actually expected TA to do this much earlier. It's the common response. Like, whenever you're playing TA versus Vipers versus Huskars, if your lane goes poorly and you can't really reach creeps, just go to the jungle immediately and start farming. It doesn't matter. You will be a little bit behind, but you will find farm and levels.
And this was a bit more punishment for Timber, right? Because you stayed around and sacked a bit of XP, he didn't get free. And when he doesn't have 2 points of reactive armor, it's impossible for him to stand up against the Treant. Which you can see already, he's kept out of XP range at all times. This is brutal.
It's strange because Timber is usually considered to be the lane counter to the Treant, but if you have this level disparity between them...
They got a kill on a Zeba. Hayes should be fine to move away. He'll salve up in the tree line. They are just throwing Beastmaster under the truck, though.
He's still finding experience, right? Level 4 almost, so...
Yeah, it could be worse. He could be the Timbersaw in this game. Who's still level 2, by the way.
Still level 2, still no farm, still 7 CS that he had to start.
I think this is the hardest I've seen a Timbersaw be kicked the crap out of at the start of a lane.
The worst thing is about the way these heroes scale in the mid game. On one side, you have a Beastmaster. He gets his level 6, he has Roar, he's super useful. On the other hand, you have this Timber Saw. If he doesn't get a good start, he's suddenly not that unkillable beast, you know? He's not that hero that Timber chains in front of you and taunts you to attack him. Or just sits between your tier 1 and tier 2. He's just some hero that dies and doesn't provide your team with a lot of damage or utility.
Doesn't really have the life to survive. Be honest, desperately trying to get level 3, but what do you do with it? Stick a second point in reactive armor and still die. I think this is the biggest extreme we've seen of like XP starvation. Right? Like this early into the game. It's really showing, not in just the network. Look at the CS. Look at the denies in 2 of these lanes from OG.
Yeah, 27 on Viper, 25 on PA.
A little bit brutal.
OG is definitely teaching them how to suck out the fun from this game, at least when it comes to the enemy team.
Pick meta heroes. Deny lane.
Jibe, bottom lane.
Hey, you don't have the man to glimpse him back. They don't need it. The multi-shot's enough.
Hey, you're pronouncing it Zibe now, right?
Zibe, yeah.
Okay,
I always,
because,
like, for a long time.
No, you were pronouncing it Jibe and I copied you and now you turned on me.
Zibe or Jibe are both, it's the A that's important. I've been told, I've, like, learned this from Scandinavians.
Okay.
You distinctly
so it
recall.
doesn't matter how you pronounce it.
Zibe or Zibe are both acceptable. Jibe, Zibe.
Alright.
You just alternate. It's funner that way. As long as you get the A, that's all that matters.
As long as you say A, no matter what. XA.
Like Mike or Mike, you know? Yeah. Just get the A's. Squeeze love their A's. They're A's, not A's.
Alright.
Sorry, I was just looking at the Viper, and that's exactly the correct thought that came into mind, because this hero is ridiculous. But in fairness, Swedes do love their A's.
That's what you wanted to say, definitely. Well, they do take down their first tier 1, but Drow Ranger is kind of mimicking that movement on the bottom lane and trying to take down the tier 1 of the Dire. But there is a rotation from the Beastmaster and the Puck, and Viper is now porting in.
Beast doesn't have 6, though, is the problem. Yeah. But they've had enough. They're like, okay, just let PA farm top. We're going to apply pressure elsewhere.
Pubber is in problems.
Pubber wishes he could go back to those. Lucy Rob's off the mark. The Seafreak moves away. However, the mighty shot. No!
Is dead.
However, the Viper Strike. Haze won't make it out. So
that was very close. That was very close to be Pog from Haze. He managed to kill the Puck and then he tried to port back. By the way, multi-shot can be used in so many different situations. I still don't see Drow Rangers utilize this spell very well, very often.
It's a good farming mechanism, it's a good nuking mechanism, and it's always effective trading as well.
You can secure the range creep with it super easily as well.
I think a lot of Drows also forget that it scales with range. So like they'll pick up the Dragon Lance and they'll still get extremely close, or they won't realize they can get the final hit on a retreating enemy.
Top lane. Another entry and are forced to go back this time around as there is a clockwork rotating into.
Yeah, they understand that now the important part for Dogs is to play around the top area and prep for the outpost.
It's pretty much the same thing for OG Seed, right? You have the Beastmaster pushing in bottom lane, just taking straight in. And you have CyberDogs just trying to do the same thing on top lane. Considering how poorly their laning stage went, I think they're doing quite alright holding themselves in this game.
Yeah, the TA farm.
Yeah.
They're getting levels as well. Like Timber, once he has 6, they can maybe start making plays around him.
No, I think he's making the right plays already. He bought 2 bracers. I like this as well. You just get 2 bracers and you're tanky enough, right? That's all you need. You're tanky enough to stand in front.
They're going to test it. Primal Roar comes out midway through the Timber chain. Viper Strike thrown out before he is glimpsed away. But Timber is being relatively tanky here. They can't burst through him quick enough.
Yeah, by doing this, he's basically preventing them from taking another tier 2 or pressuring the tower while the Drow Ranger is farming on the top lane. So he's doing his job. You can't expect him to make plays. Like this Timber isn't the one that's supposed to be running across the map, making kills, creating space. He's the one that's just standing in front and being a nuisance.
It's the way that traditionally Timber and also Enchantress before the changes was played. It's this hero that tries to drag as much of the enemy's attention to the lane without dying. It's like a fine
Exactly.
line, a dance of death. Z-Freak does capture the outpost. Oh, was that? They got both. Glimpse back, mistimed. Z-Freak looks to escape. The Morty shot will kill him off though.
Every single time he tries to get out like that, Hayes is...
That's true, but it's worth
Hayes
his life to
there,
stop the XP intake, right? He'll take that. Interesting enough, they haven't surpassed the XP on the side of CyberDog supports either. They're even on 5. No one has their 6 online on the support class yet. But this should change. There should be a tome coming out. I think it's going for clockwork. Yeah. They just want to get that hook shot online, start setting up some easy kills.
Ironwood 3 on the Phantom Assassin. He's actually going for Battle Fury, not really an item that I've seen in a while, but I haven't seen many PAs picked up. Battle Fury just allows you to fight early on, but also, more importantly, to get that farm. And you have the attack speed from eBay, obviously, with his passive, which will be very helpful for Madara.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about Beastmaster. He kind of super glues the laning phase into that mid-game tempo, right? With the attack speed just allowing you to commit to early pushes. Makes it a pretty formidable hero. He's getting a lot of XP up here. And gold as well. Heading towards the Veil next. And has been joined by Siba. Pexu's wasting their time. They actually need to get out on the side of CyberDogs before someone gets spotted. Forward. If they use the Waning Rift, they can reach with the Dream Core.
Albert.
There it is.
There we go.
Snaps it straight away. He's like, hell no, I want out of here. Overgrowth is going to be there, though. Throws down the Static Storm, which means now you don't even have it when you're up. You're still going to die.
I think he didn't really have to use the Static Storm. He should have saved it. He was dead. And they used 2 of their big ultimates. So perhaps with that Static Storm, you could have made something happen.
Meanwhile, bot, though.
Chessie, yeah.
No. However, this reinforcement, Madara moves in. They'll find the kill on the clockwork. 4 staff away. Chessie's still being chased onto, but the Viper Strike comes out. And now Timber's the one who needs to run, but with the silence there is no escape. They find a kill. Quick movement across the map from OG Seed to reconnect with Chessie.
Yeah, at the same time, 2 ladies, TA and the Drow Rangers can't help you, but there's no way to go down.
Oh, Zet Liz, you cut out a little bit there. Let's restart the call. Discord, I love you, but you still got some way to come, buddy. One day.
Hello, sir.
There we go. Fully back, rejuvenated. Z-Freak?
That's great.
Alright, that is... I mean, that is playing it to the limit right there. Low on HP, just goes in and they'll find the kill in the pubba.
Pexu just goes in, gets himself a killing spree, gets that one last hit on the Disruptor. They're in a really good spot right now. And the thing is, like, these 4 heroes aren't even playing on their own. Madara has joined them. He's playing super aggressively on the enemy side of the map, together with his teammates.
Yeah, and he's sitting top of net worth, and he's still going towards that Battle Fury. So, once he gets the farming item, that's going to accelerate, and the gap is going to widen between him and the calls on the other side. Dream call out. Hayes just snaps it straight away. And mistakes were made. He won't make his escape. He won't even get Z-Freak this time, as he's able to move away even deeper. Or is he? Thunderstrike comes out. Puck does fall. 1 for 1. Glimpse back. I'm not sure if you want him to try. The hook shot comes in. They're not sure what they want to do with this, though, because there is a tree in here. The overgrowth won't be used because the cogs are good. But there's the follow-up, and Clockwork will go down for his troubles.
All right. He hooked in because there was no Force Staff on Viper. He already had used it. So he was thinking, okay, I can hook in, Battery Assault, and cog him in, but you're still cogging yourself in with a Viper, and you're not killing that beast. You need the Drow Ranger behind you to help you, because TA so far, even though he has a lot of CS, it's mostly jungle creeps. And Delia, he doesn't even have a Desolator yet. So they need to wait this Desolator, they need to wait the Blink Dagger on TA before they actually decide to fight. They literally have no damage on the side of CyberDogs at the moment.
And it gets a little bit hard once you get that Deso now, because you don't have those tier 1 towers up that make it a bit easy to get control around the Roche pit. And obviously for TA, the big boon about the Deso is you can immediately go into the Roche pit once you have it.
Yeah, but in this kind of a game, you're playing versus a Beastmaster as
Exactly.
well. It's difficult to just sneak into the pit.
The mobility as well. Like, you think about heroes like Park the Treant, the way that OG can quickly move across the map, while on the other side, you got a Timber who still doesn't do anything. And
He's there.
He's contributing to one of the stats for this game. It's the one between kills and assists.
He's sitting around. Don't flame him.
He's soaking XP.
He's soaking XP, tanking creeps, pushing in. It's something.
You know, if this was Heroes of Storm or some other silly game that gives shared XP, it would be a good thing what he's doing right now. But
Don't shame him.
I'm not shaming
They're
him.
all rotating to it.
They're going to do something to him. They're moving in right now. Oh.
There you go.
Whoops.
Isn't that useful? You just made them use a spell.
And you got
at
kill
the
and
same
Park.
time. Exactly.
Well, I underestimated him, but Pion's ability to be a Pion, truly be a muscular knight, has been proven.
Looks like they're still trying to go on him.
Yep. They're pretty obsessed with this. Jump in. Oh, God, Pub is gone. That's Madara with a Battle Fury and level 2 coup de grace. They might be the ones to now take Roche, to be honest with you.
He just disappeared in a second.
Yeah. It's that moment like, okay, we just want to stop them taking Roche, and then you get that one kill, you go, oh, we actually have the damage to do Roche ourselves.
Wait. It's on clockwork to go in, hook shot in, and steal it. But
They're
Z-Freak...
blocking him, though.
Yeah, Z-Freak knows where he is. This is always so sad, and now he's gonna die first.
Dream Coil. You could hook shot out, but I'm not sure it'd achieve much. He's just gone. Jump in.
Oh,
They kill the boar. They buy back as well. He doesn't even have TP. They're just trying to fake this. That's the problem, because Timber's already in, which means they have to commit onto him, and they now know that Clockwork's not there. Z-Freak makes his escape as well. The grass does split up the fight once more. Jump in. Where are the crits, though? Madara can't get any just yet. The Gust pushes him away as Hayes runs for the high hills, and Chessie, no Viper Strike for 25. Just keeping those slows up, though, and Pub with the target will fall here. Has Static Storm cover? No, he's going to stay alive. He can turn around. He wants a good Static Storm, though, if he's going to throw it down. They're on the high ground. Hookshot comes in. There it is. They push them around. They get the kill on the Treant, and they follow up on the Z-Freak. No, he hides in the phase shift. Tries to make his escape with the loose roll just in time. The Primal Roar to start up TA. No refraction running and none available for 4 seconds. They might be able to get this in time with the big crits. Madara ensures they do get the kill, and OG can return to the pit after a healthy-looking Shrine heals them up.
Yeah, TA was doing a lot of damage there, but it just isn't enough for the side of OGC that already is very tanky. Beastmaster with the drums, with the buckler sticks. He has the essence ring as well. Then you have the tree healing you up, giving you armor. Yeah, unfortunate. And they will lose this Roshan for sure. That Aegis will be picked up. We'll see. Most likely by Madara, right? You can give it to Viper too, but you give it to PA and you just let the dog go loose. You just let him go ham.
I would like to point out that we do not support dog on dog fights. That is a brutal sport.
But dog on burglar fights we do support.
Yep, I guess. I see. So Madara is the vicious dog, and raiding are the burglars trying to steal his farm on the map. That makes sense.
Exactly.
I think that's how all carries envision the game, right?
You're still, but they see everyone as enemies.
Even their own teammates.
Exactly. What are you doing in the jungle? Stealing my farm again, eh?
Well, they're going to take some towers away from the side of CyberDogs now, and this map is going to get small quickly. You can already see almost a desperation play to try and get some gold and XP as they move bot. But you might...
the right...
Well,
it's sort of a right move, but the problem is every time you go for a split push, if you don't take down the tower, the tree is just going to heal it up, and you might lose high ground at this point.
Exactly. OGC is making a choice. They can give to charity and allow CyberDogs to get a little bit of XP. But there is a price to pay. There is a tax to be levied, and that is going to be a tier 3 tower as they move in on the high ground. They're not doing this fast enough, though.
Madara healed up by the tree there. Has the headdress rejuvenation as well, and they didn't take down the tier 3, but they forced them back inside their base, and now you can go for the tier 2 on the top lane.
Yeah, they realize there's not too much of a rush right now. They are pretty comfortable sitting with an 8k net worth lead. They can feel it as well, and soon they'll have a BKB on the PA as well.
Yeah, and you see Pexu, he pours back bottom. He realizes that minute 20 is coming up, so he takes out the right outpost too.
Yeah, and they know that there's no TP here, because the moment you do that, you show your hand, which means you're not showing as 5 at the main fight. And OG Seed are far enough ahead that these cores count as 2. Dagger thrown out, slowing things down. Clockwork went deep, but he's silenced up. Will go down. One crit source needed. Hook shot. They're trying to get rid of that Aegis. They might finally pop up. The Primal Roar is out. Delia's controlled up. Green call. Trying to deal with Madara. He will stand and fight. Needs to get rid of the fraction quickly. Moves across to his teammate. Viper Strike goes down. But Chessie does die to Haze. Glimpse.
Can they win this
Drags
fight?
one back. I mean, they've split up again. Delia's been left alone. Madara will get the kill. What was that glimpse? Mistakes being made. OG Seed, they might look to re-engage now. If Drow gets caught like this, she just dies. Dagger, long range. Closes it with the Phantom Strike. One crit out. Not enough to bring him down. Glimpse away. This one is actually a good one, though. Drags him away from the Drow and allows her to escape. However, Phantom Strike forward.
Hunting.
He's thirsty, and he might be able to get it. Phantom Strike is off cooldown again. Jumps in. One crit will do the deal. 4 staff. Bait Madara in.
Madara?
Trying to protect him in Nature's Grasp. Overgo's going to go down, but there it is. Jumps in. Madara gets the kill. Turns around with a double crit, and that is a double kill. Trying to make it a triple if he can actually get another crit here, but Phantom Strike across. This man is out of control with the mobility. Glimpse back onto him. Teammate coming across so he can jump across again with the Phantom Strike. It's like, don't worry, bro. We don't leave a man behind. Yibet will try and make his escape. Madara, too, will get out of range. They do have the hook shot, but he's staying behind the creeps. He's going to look to go back in the Clockwork. Has to use the hook shot. Not in a good way, though. That's just to try and run away. And they have got the dagger again. They'll go in again. Madara, will you just stop? Give them some mercy, for the love of God.
That was just so well played by them. They bait them out onto their own high ground. Then they turn. Madara realizes that the Clockwork is completely alone on the left side because the rest of them are fighting on the right. He jumps in, heals up, and just continues pushing now. How do they defend anymore? You need to spam as a Timber, but at this point, you're not defending your base, you're defending your honor because you've been outplayed so hard by them, you know?
Oh, no.
Just have to prove yourself somehow.
Say goodbye to Drow. Stuck in a dream core. BKB activated. Madara's going in for it right now. 4 staff awaits in time. There weren't any RNGs in favor of Madara, and he got 1 crit. Moves in for another one. Looking at the Clockwork. He doesn't have hook shot for 7 seconds and won't get a chance to use it either as he goes down. And OG are not letting up. They'll back away now. Multi shot has been used. Haze will be slowed down, so they should be able to retreat successfully. Do they want to, though? They're thinking about going for more. And, I mean, the beautiful part about that entire fight, Liz, is the moment when Madara got 15 midway through the huge engagement, leveled lifesteal, and just healed up again. And I love the fact that he's going for an Axe now. Oh, Glimpse back. They're going in. Can they finally do it? Can they finally get rid of Madara? He'll be able to get away from the Phantom Strike, but no, the multi-shot through gets blocked by his teammate, and the Primal Roar controls up Delia low enough that they might have to leave Pion behind. He knows he's dead. He just stands his ground and says goodbye to the world. Madara
wants to go in.
Speaking about it, Gus is off cooldown again, though, so he has to respect this. He's just healing up off the creeps first.
He's just healing up so much. He has the talent. There's Vlad's as well, I believe, on someone, right? Or
there's Vlad's, and then he has his 15% lifesteal. It's pretty absurd. 1 crit is like a third of his health at this stage. And
they're just outplaying CyberDogs so badly. I don't even know if this Aghanims is an item that he usually would have bought.
It's really good when you're snowballing, right? Because it refreshes your abilities on kills.
It's pretty much what's the name of that mini game in like the custom game that you can play?
Ninja. You think that
Ninja,
one?
yeah, exactly. It's basically that, right? With Phantom Assassin with Dota.
Sorry, 1. Okay, next round, go again. It's pretty strong. I think the way I explain it to people who have played other games, like there's a character called Genji in Overwatch that resets their ability on kills. It's literally that because you are a ninja buzzing around a fight, murdering everyone. Honestly, what I respect a lot as well is he's 8-0-9 right now, and when we see those kind of games, usually it's on a carry that isn't threatened much. Madara has been pushing his skill to the extreme here, weaving the lies of truth and death.
He's been playing on the edge, and that's pretty much the way you should be playing this PA in the current game, because they do have catch for him, but once he pops that BKB, you can't really contain him. He can always link out.
Oh god. Oh god, no. He gets away just in time, but barely. There wasn't a second crit for Madara, but he might look for one now. No, doesn't need it. Chessie gets the kill. They'll back up. They'll look to take out this tower. Chessie also has a halberd now, so it's even harder for Haze to carry his team here. And still, TA is unable to go in deep unless she wants to die. And this isn't even the fastest push we've seen out of a team yet. They're doing so much. Dream Call onto 2. Madara jumps in onto the Drow. The BKB activates. She has to stand and fight. No choice but to die at this rate. With the Overgrowth 4-staffed out. Primal Roar to control up the rest of the team. Drow has to buy back straight away. But TA is dead as well. For 50 seconds. She does have buyback. Doesn't want to use it. But you might be forced to in just a second.
They all have 100% HP, 100% mana. There are 3 buybacks on the side of Radiant, but...
You know what I'm hearing? Oh, no! The hook shot!
Oh, no.
I'm hearing the sound of a whiffed hook shot right there, and he might just die for it as they jump on clock. Trap me in, no trap you in, sir. One crit comes out, and he's the second. Madara is barely feeling any damage here and does have the Ags available now, so he can refresh if he can find a kill, but silenced up, glimpse back. We'll have to control the Phantom Strike to just jump back and move away, and in the meantime, Timber does go down. Buys enough time that they find a kill on a Beastmaster, though. But Z-Freak got Dream Call in 15, thinks about re-engaging. Madara is healing up once more with the Living Armor. He says, more buildings, please. I'm not done. Feed me. Is it snack time?
They just don't want to leave. They've been playing on this
Why would
side
you?
of the map for the last 7 minutes or so. Just taking one objective after another and fighting.
Like, why would you ever leave? Wait, ooh. Double item?
Yeah, double item right there, and they almost left them.
He was sitting there, she's like, do we need to give a handicap this game? Maybe a handicap. Madara, calm down. Your team is... Okay, actually, you know what? You got BKB. Oh, no.
Pubber,
Pubber's seen,
poor boy.
but not for long. One hit will do it. He doesn't even need the BKB. They left one behind to defend the base, but now there's no one in here.
What are they doing? They are moving S3 towards that top lane. They're just trying to make some sort of a move. Perhaps if someone comes back to defend versus the TA, they can pick that target off, as they still have the tier 2 on the bottom lane. So they're not truly afraid of OG Seed finishing, but I mean, they're not afraid of OG Seed finishing in the next 1 minute, but let's say
2
2
minutes.
or 3. But 2 minutes?
That's scary.
That's a different story, yeah.
And Simba's life is looking fearful too. Well, they're adding up his reactive armor stacks, and they aren't critting enough, so they need to back away. Bit Madara further out, but he managed to make his escape. SKPA still refusing to die. 11-0-11 now on the scoreboard. And I think the odds are up to something like 14-1 now, if you bet in favor of CyberDogs. Oh, God. Madara, he just goes in. He doesn't even care. He'll move away. But the confidence just walking to the base like that. And they didn't even have vision on this side. Silence.
Like, the only way you kill him
Bro.
is if somehow you get an Aghanim on Disruptor.
And not having your Drow die as well. That's a good start. But already dead. Clockwork has got the blade mail. But that isn't a please don't touch me. PA's happy to do exactly that. BKB's up. Looks to heal off the creeps. Wants to go for more. But Timber's already dead. Madara's a little bit sad. He has no one to lifesteal off. But he'll be happy because they get an easy GG out of the side of CyberDogs.
Yeah, that looked... Wasn't this the... It was the fastest or the second fastest game of the day? Like, 5 games in.
It was definitely the most dominant game of the day.
It was definitely very dominant. They gave Madara this Phantom Assassin, and he did come online eventually and just carry the game. But by the time he got online, his team already roughened them up quite a bit. Like, they were... As for, they were doing everything that they could have. The laning stage was abysmal for poor CyberDoggies. Viper was destroying the tier on mid lane. Phantom Assassin free farm. Z-Bay, yeah, he did die a couple of times, but he still was finding experience, which was necessary, in contrast to the Timbersaw that was just sitting next to his tower being level 1 for ages. I believe this is just 2 teams that aren't really equal in skill, and OG Seed demonstrated that perfectly.
Yep. CyberDoggies just got put down, which means the OG Seed will face off against Nemiga Gaming in the final best of 1 today. And I mean, this should be an exciting one. So I'd say, you know, the Nemiga versus Khan matchup was a little bit more even, but you definitely felt like Nemiga was ahead. OG Seed, yes, they picked a lot of popular heroes, but let's be honest, right? The one that popped off the most was a hero that isn't really meta right now, is the PA. So.
Yeah. They definitely demonstrated that they can play a hero that isn't picked very often and still win with it. Something that OG usually does very well.
Yes. This might just be the seed form, but they're taking after Papa, and we'll see if they can keep that win streak going. We're going to have a short break, then we'll be back with Nemiga versus OG Seed to round out day 1 of Maincast Winter Brawl, sponsored by GGBet. Stay tuned.